Hello, welcome to 1982. One of the greatest years in horror history, if I say. Yeah, I would say that it's arguably one of the best years in horror history. Just the five titles I have alone are all top notch, and there's so many more. It was hard. It's hard to pick just five for these years, just because it's the 80s, and I have a lot that I haven't seen, so I want to pick those and just watch those. But I also want to cover the biggest movies of the year. I'm trying to keep it to just five an episode because it's uh it's just a lot. It's a lot of freaking uh, titles. They just go forever basically. But I'm going to once I make it to 2023, I'm definitely going to do another five for each year. I want to hit because it's 250 of the last 50 years that I'm going to be covering in this first round, and then if I do a second round, it'll put me up to 500. It'd be cool to just keep going and do a third and fourth round, hit 1,000, but that's a long ways off. That's a big chore, and I probably get burnt out on back to back horror movies in that amount of time. But here we go with number one. Number five for this episode. It's from Scream Factory. It's on a double pack, and it's the first Slumber Party Massacre on this side here. The original. Very wild movie. The first time I turned this one on, it was with one of my daughters, and I should have known better that it was gonna be just perverted. So I turned it off because it was uncomfortable to watch. So I have watched it a few times since then. This is only, in all honesty, this is only like my third watch of the original. I've seen the second one a few times. They look awesome on these 4Ks. They just come with the two movies. Both of them are on one 4K disc. And then it also comes with them both on individual Blu-rays as well. Packed with some bonus features. What do we got here for bonus features? For Slumber Party Massacre, it's a new 2022 4K scan. Sleepless Nights, the making of Slumber Party Massacre. An audio commentary with director Amy Holden Jones. Actors Michelle Villelli and Deborah DeLiso. An interview with actor Rig Kennedy. Theatrical trailers. Alternate title sequence and a still gallery for the original one. It's not a ton of special features, but there's probably not a ton that they can work with for a movie this like just low budget for 1982. But I'll start off by saying that I absolutely love the killer in all of these movies, including the remake from like 2020. I just think the killer's straight to the point. Just a dude killing people with his giant dick-like, penis-like weapon, which I find like the messaging in the movie is kind of wild. Like, this dude's just gonna come kill you with his giant penis is basically kind of what it feels like. All the women. But I have to say this first one, this is a hard series for me. I gave this first one a 3.5 out of 5. I upon further watches it might bump up to a 4 eventually, because it grows on me each time I see it. I don't know. It's just something about it. I find it just hilarious. Like, very male chauvinist, and even though it's directed by a woman, um, just a unique, wild slasher movie. Second one, even crazier. I'll talk about that in the future probably. But yeah, if you don't have Slumber Party Massacre, obviously this 2-pack is excellent. Um, but yeah, you can pick them up both individually as well. I'm pretty sure, or at least the first one, or this first one. Sorry, pretty sure Scream Factory has put it out by itself on Blu-ray. So if that's your thing, you can just grab it like that. But I didn't have either of the movies, so I was like, oh sweet, double pack, 2 for. But yeah, gotta check out Slumber Party Massacre if you haven't seen it. Then here at number 4 for 1982 for me, this episode at least. This is gonna be blasphemy for some people, and then blasphemy in the opposite direction for other people because this is a really love-hate movie. This is another Scream Factory. This is Halloween 3, starring the amazing Tom Atkins. Pretty solid, packed with special features collector's set here. I have the hard box edition here. Comes with the, it's a pretty thick box. I really love the art on these. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews. People are like, ooh, that art is like atrocious. I'm like, well, like it's nice. It's something new. And then you got your original art on the inside. I don't know. Why not? This comes with the Blu-ray and the 4K as well. What can you say about Halloween 3? This is a very controversial movie. I can understand why people would have been pissed back in 82 when this came out and people were expecting to go see Michael Myers and they showed up and he's not in the movie. I would just, like, if I thought about that nowadays, it's kind of mind-blowing. Like, it's hard to imagine. It'd be like them releasing, what's a modern franchise that's big? It'd be like them releasing Terrifier 3 and Art the Clown isn't in it. Like, obviously you'd be pissed. Even if this movie was really good, which I think it is, you would obviously be pissed right off if we went to see Terrifier 3 next month and Art doesn't even show up and it's just some side story movie that has nothing to do with Michael Myers. Like, I can understand why people would be like, fuck that movie. But here's the thing, as a standalone movie, it's actually really freaking good. I give this a 4 out of 5. Season of the Witch. I love the storyline. Just a company freaking gonna pack, just gonna kill everybody with creepy masks. Like, it's such an awesome Halloween-based storyline. Like, when you think of Halloween-themed movies, there isn't a whole lot that like take place on Halloween, and they're just super fall feeling. And this one is one of them. Like, this is one of the most Halloween feeling movies of all time, to be honest. Yeah, and then who doesn't like fucking Tom Atkins? Guy's phenomenal. Directed by Tommy Lee Wallace. It's produced by Carpenter and Hill as well. This thing comes with quite a bit special features. You on the 4K disc, you get an audio commentary with the director Tommy Lee Wallace and an audio commentary with Tom Atkins. Ooh, might need to watch that one. I didn't even watch the special features on this one. On the Blu-ray disc, you get the making of. You get a revisiting of all the shooting locations, which is pretty cool. I know some people that really love watching stuff like that. Craig, I know he loves watching like shooting locations and stuff like that. You get an interview with the makeup effects artist. There's some good special features. I'm gonna have to throw this back in actually when this episode's done, probably, and watch some of these because that sounds interesting. I like the shooting location stuff as well. What it's like today, basically. It's really cool. But yeah, if you haven't seen Halloween 3, give it a shot and just know there's no Michael Myers. This is a separate standalone movie, but it's excellent. Like, it's a good freaking movie. Definitely pick it up if you don't have it. I'm pretty sure you can get these on Blu-ray like really cheap as well if you are just starting a collection. You don't really care about 4K or how nice boxes are and stuff. You can get a good solid horror movie collection going if you're willing to just take what you can get and just collect like Blu-rays. And then if you want to go a step further, the DVDs are super cheap. But honestly, if you have a big screen TV at all, and for that matter, a surround sound, DVD, it's rough. Some DVDs are pretty fucking bad. I've put DVDs in before, and I literally stop the movie, take it out, and I go and throw it straight in the garbage because it's so bad, some of them, that I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm sorry, but get with the times, DVDs. Like, some DVDs look great, and then some are just like this tiny little box in the middle of your fucking massive TV, and picture quality so bad you can hardly see what's happening. I'm not a fan of that. So I highly recommend picking these up, obviously, but like I said, your next step down, Blu-ray, it's half the price, in some cases a quarter the price, and you get it in your collection. Next up here at number 3, this is another 4 for me. This is another Scream Factory as well. This is Creepshow. This is the nice, like, thick box. I did not upgrade to the 4K. I heard it's really nice. But I have this box, and honestly, like, it's pretty awesome. I don't really feel a need. The standard 4K with a slipcover, to me, isn't as nice as this. It comes with a frickin' nice sized book chronicling a lot of George A. Romero's career, but across a bunch of his movies, and then just tons of info there. First off, awesome artwork too on the back of that. Love that, and the front actually. It's really nice. Yeah, this is directed by George Romero, written by Stephen King. I'm pretty sure did Stephen King have anything else to do with this? Yeah, original screenplay by Stephen King. Hal Holbrook, Leslie Nielsen, Adrienne Barbeau. It's a stellar cast in this. For some people, this is like the best. Ooh, it has another reversible art on there. So you got your original art here. And then on the inside, ooh, I like that. That's cool. We have this reversible here. That's really cool. I think I'll throw that one on the inside. I like the red spine too. Really neat. Comic booky. Yeah, I think I like that. First issue collector's edition, 10 cents. wish that was still the price. Yeah, what can I say? Oh, fucking Creepshow. Some of these movies are so hard to talk about because, like, everybody's probably seen them, and it's hard to, like, it feels weird to just go over. So what I'll do is I'll give you some of the special features. We got, this actually has a 4K scan of the original camera negative, supervised and approved by the director of photography, new audio commentary with Michael Gornick, new Terror and the Three Rivers, a roundtable discussion with the members of the cast and crew of Creepshow. Ooh, a roundtable, that's cool. The comic book look, an interview with costume designer Barbara Anderson, The Colors of Creepshow, a look at the restoration of Creepshow with Michael Gornick. An audio commentary with director George A. Romero and special makeup effects creator Tom Savini. Ooh, that's cool. Audio interviews with Michael Gornick, actor John Amplis, property manager Bruce Allen Miller, makeups effect assistant Daryl Ferrucci, Tom Savini's behind-the-scenes footage, Horror's Hallowed Grounds, a look at the original locations today, not more location stuff. All kinds of deleted scenes. Yeah, tons. This is a packed. See, that's what I mean. Like, I paid a good amount of money for this, so it's like, do I want to spend another like 40, 50 bucks to get the 4K? No, I don't, and I'm not gonna, unless it drops down to 20 bucks. I'll pay 20 bucks to upgrade. So unless it does that, it's not getting my money twice. This is a perfect box set for this movie. But yeah, what can you say? Like all three, or is it three? Is there a fourth? Did they include that one as a fourth segment? Let's just say every segment is freaking awesome in this movie. Every segment has people you've seen before. Ed Harris is freaking awesome to see him dancing all casually. Oh, it's smoke time too. I'm gonna have my episodic smoke. Yeah, Ed Harris. We like just the storyline. Like my personal favorite is probably other people's least favorite, but I love the frickin' Leslie Nielsen and what's the guy's name from Cheers? Ted Danson? Yeah, Ted Danson. That segment is freaking awesome, and the first time I seen that was when I was really young, and I just have him buried in the beach sand, like seared into my mind from a kid. The werewolf is freaking awesome in this one. Beast, I guess. Not really a werewolf, but Beast. Everything's good. Like, if you haven't seen Creepshow, what are you doing? Like, watch the damn thing. It's excellent. One of the best horror anthologies ever made. It's top 10 horror anthology. Maybe even top 5 for me. It's hard. I'm a big fan of horror anthologies. So that's a hard category for me. But this one, it's awesome. The TV show's actually not too terrible either. I've watched the first like three seasons of that, I think. But yeah, Creepshow added into your collection. Next up here at number 2, this is a all-time like hailed as an all-time great movie. It's the big Spielberg produced and Tobe Hooper directed Poltergeist. I have the 4K here. This is one I had to upgrade. It comes with the Blu-ray as well, though, which is nice. I absolutely love when they come with both. Because, well, first off, I've been having issues with my 4K player for a while. Yeah, both. Some 4K discs won't work in my player. Some will. I'm just, like, getting really frustrated. No reversible alert. So the fact that they come with the Blu-ray is awesome, because it means I don't have to worry. Yeah, Poltergeist. Absolute masterclass work here. Here's the thing, I didn't watch this when I was young, so this one isn't quite as nostalgic for me. It's still a 4 for me, maybe even a 4.5. But because I watched it as an adult for the first time, it is a bit on the kiddish side. Here's one thing I gotta say. It's PG horror done perfectly. Like we're living in the age of like PG horror right now. And if they all did work like this, then I would love PG horror. But as it sits right now, like nowadays, I'm just, whenever a movie's PG, I'm like, oh, PG horror again. Same shit. Where the work that these classic filmmakers put into their films, it just shows. Like, even if you don't like it, you can just feel the quality, this heavy filmmaking going on. It's just excellent shit. So many iconic scenes. The clown scene, every time I see it, all I can think about is Scary Movie with the giant penis that's getting not Damon, it's not Marlon Wayans, it's his brother. The one Wayne's brother who's gay. Oh, maybe gay. In the movies. Can never remember that Wayne's brother. It's fucking irritating. That's gonna drive me nuts now. Yeah, all I can think about is that damn scene whenever I'm watching this. And it takes me out a little bit, but then I realize that it's still really solid. But yeah, so many good scenes in this. The fact that Tobe Hooper used real skeletons on set in the final act. Creepy stuff there. Everyone does an excellent job. Just everyone gives 110%, and you can feel it. This is an absolute must own. You have to have this one. Here's the thing, I say that, but I mean every one I've done so far, you have to have in your collection if you're a horror collector. These are all absolute must-owns. And then next up for 1982, my number one is obviously The Thing. I've seen this movie so many times, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to watch it again on beautiful 4K. Absolute masterpiece. This movie honestly cannot be fucked with. I will go out. Is this my favorite horror movie ever made? This is in the running. It's quite possibly the greatest horror movie of all time, in my opinion. I would really have to sit down and think about that to give you a real one. But just winging it, where it's just like, name your greatest horror movie of all time, I think I would say The Thing every single time. To me, this is horror, just masterwork, masterclass. John Carpenter. It's why I have to, even though he's had a few duds in his career, in my opinion, especially in the later half of his career, this early work from him makes him like one of the greatest film directors of all time. It's so crazy. Like, his name should be up there with the greats, because some of these horror films are just so iconic, so just well made and well thought out, and the filming styles and the scores and all the performances he gets out of his actors is top notch. Just love it, man. Who hasn't seen The Thing? And what can I possibly say? Some of my favorite parts I'll give, obviously. Some of my favorite parts. From the moment this movie starts and the fucking score kicks in, I'm automatically sucked in every single time. I'm just like, alright. Even if I throw it on as background noise, as soon as that score starts at the beginning, I'm just like, nope. Can't pick up an iPad, can't fucking do anything. I have to watch this front to back yet again for the 55th time. But I just love it, man. The remake is... It's the remake. It's obviously good. It's okay. Because you're remaking one of the greatest storylines ever put in a movie. So I don't give them a lot of credit because, I mean, you're not doing anything new. All you're doing is putting CG in where on a film. It's one thing, like, I won't even get into the remake. Maybe I'll throw it in when I get to that year just so I can talk about it then. But, just love the thing. Everything about it. Every single practical effect is some of the best I've ever seen in any movie. The tension building in this movie is just off the fucking charts. The sound effects and score are off the fucking charts. This movie is the easiest 5, in my opinion. Like, I don't even think it's possible to give this less than a 5. Like, even if you were just scoring one aspect of the movie, there's so much to love, right? So hard. It's so hard to talk about this. Like, I could go super deep and talk. I could do entire fucking 40-minute episodes on each one of these movies and just tell you all the same stuff that you've heard from other channels and other people. Or I can just keep it simple and tell you that you need to buy all these, add them into your collection. With The Thing, you just have to have it. Doesn't matter what format. Just get it in your collection. This is quite possibly the greatest horror movie ever made. As I've been watching all of these movies, I've also been ranking them all on Letterboxd, and I've actually been putting them into my shelf ranked as I go, starting in the far corner from my favorite to my least favorite. So by the time I'm done all these episodes, and I'll have 250 watched, and I'll have them ranked. And then that's why I want to do like another 250 and another 250 and just keep going, so I can truly get what my top like 1,000 horror movies of the last 50 years actually are. Because it's kind of hard. It's hard to do when you're just sitting there thinking about it. It's much easier to do when they're fresh on your mind and you just turned them off. Jumping over to Letterboxd, getting your score in there when it's nice and fresh, ranking them like that. But yeah, I will call it an episode. Absolute must grabs. Every single one of these. Just top notch work here. This is one of the greatest years in horror history. And these 5 are like, well, 4 of them are 4 of the, like, excludes Slumber Party Massacre. It's really good, but I mean, it's sleaze cheese. But these top 4 here, they're 4 of the like greatest horror movies of all time. Like, it's just crazy, all in one year. And then throw in like a few dozen more, making 1982. In my opinion, it could be the greatest year in horror history. I'm just winging that off the top of my head. I'd have to really look into it. That'd be a fun series to do. Or even like 4 episodes or something where it's like your greatest years in horror history ranked by year. That would be fun. Might do that in the future, actually. Be a fun one. Anyways, I will let you go. Thank you yet again for joining me. I just picked up this cool guy as well from local Halloween shop. He talks and lifts his hand. I'll do one just to see. Hopefully it's not too loud on the mic.
The job I have for you is top secret. It requires craft, cunning.
I think it has over 50 sayings on it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I love Nightmare Before Christmas. Alright. Thank you for joining me, and I will talk to you for 1983. Another great one.